The Northern Virginia Control Line Club flies model airplanes that are controlled by wires directly attached to the airplanes. On September 28th, it held a stunt fest at the Meadowood Recreation Area in Lorton, Virginia. As you would expect, there are gasoline planes, but there are also electric planes that fly very well and much more quietly. Control line planes can do all sorts of stunts, so at the Stunt Fest, flyers were judged on the quality of their stunts.
I started flying control line model airplanes when I was in about 4th grade.
You're still doing it today?
Oh, still doing it today, and I've done it on and off most of my life. It's relatively easy to learn how to fly them. We can teach young children to fly with one flight.
You're one of the judges for this competition, so what do you look for?
Well, they are following a very specific pattern, and what you're looking for is that they actually create the shapes that they're supposed to be creating. In other words, if they make a loop, it should be perfectly round, and since they're consecutive loops, they need to place those loops over each other. So when it's all done, it should just be one loop. But if they migrate to the left or the right, they lose points. If they make it larger or smaller, they lose points. If it's not perfectly round, they lose points. You're challenged by the wind. If the wind blows into the sun and you're flying in the sun, you're challenged by trying to fly while you're looking in the sun. If you get a bad engine run.
So the goal at this event is to fly smoothly and bring the plane down nice and smooth. And of course, if you have a lot of experience, it's probably easier to do than when you're first starting out. But young and old, these planes are fun to fly, and there's always kids who want to learn how to do it.
So how did it go for you?
Good.
Yeah.
After then a while, I got kind of dizzy.
Did you? Just from constantly turning around?
Yeah.
So have you flown a plane that big before?
No, that was like my first time.
With planes that are attached with control wires, it's not too common to have a crash, but they sometimes do happen. This plane came down and broke its propeller.
What happens on these control line airplanes, if you don't have line tension, you don't have control. And so that airplane, the engine flamed out when it was overhead, so naturally gravity is gonna pull it down and you lose line tension, and then it's just on its own.
Although it was a competition, it seemed to be pretty friendly at the Stunt Fest. If you are interested in finding out more or participating at the next Stunt Fest, check out the website nvcontrolline.com.